Alright, so we went ahead and waited. We're going to ask about the research in Eden. This is also another quest that we started called Theological Conflicts. So I'm sure this is going to be interesting. Obviously going to be Islanders versus May.
Oh, there you are, Your Excellency. The Enlightened has heard my prayers.
What's going on? Where are the others?
After deciphering the content of the tablets, they went north to continue their research in some swamps. But they must have encountered problems. Brother Fidelis came back here, and he was in a dreadful state. He most likely came to seek help, but he fainted. It's impossible for us to know what happened to them.
I'm not a doctor, but I may be able to examine him.
Oh, please do. Any help would be appreciated. We've done our best, but our magic has proved inefficient. And the healer we sent for will certainly arrive too late from San Mateus.
Well, first of all, sir, I'm not a doctor, as stated, and I don't know if I'm qualified for this.
This man is burning up with fever and he bears several bite marks and traces of blows.
The blows did not put him in this state. He looks like a victim of poisoning. With the right antidote, I think we could get him back on his feet.
Have you tried giving him any anti-poison?
Of course, but to no avail. And what if it were a hex cast by the heretics?
No matter what happens, you always suspect them.
Why, of course. These savages are always to blame. The man was in the swamp. There are some rare animals there, and their venom is terrible. A healer from the area will know the antidote.
We could ask Lair. He will direct us to someone who understands remedies.
Let's get an antidote. Help this dude out. If I have to go to the swamps, that's not going to be good because I know that there was some high-level beasties in there, and there's absolutely no way that I would have any chance. So hopefully we don't need to go to the swamps. Although I guess that makes sense as to, you know, going to get some of the poison to make an anti-poison. Is that what they called it? Instead of like a venom and an anti-venom? Oh, we'll see.
Onol Manawi, you've come back to see old Lair. I heard that you managed to retrieve the tablets.
Did Vindwal tell you?
Yes, and I feel more at peace, knowing that our brothers are alive, and that they will be able to join another clan. And you proved me right. Peace with the Renaigse is possible.
I need your advice. You may already know that one of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition.
I heard about it.
He has all the symptoms of a poisoning, but the anti-poisons we gave him had no effect. He must have been bitten by a creature of the swamp, and we're looking for a healer who would know of a suitable antidote.
So, you came to see me. Interesting. Our neighbors did not think for one moment that we could be helpful. Alas, our Donegat is one of the exiles. But Vindwal knows plants well. She will know.
Thank you. I will go see her. I hope she agrees to help us. I have to go.
Like so many others.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we didn't kill her son or harm her son, because I could see this being an issue if you had attacked the natives when trying to get the tablets back. I bet she would not have wanted to help you or help us get this anti-poison.
Here you are again. What do you want?
I have come to ask for your help. Lair told me you know about remedies.
I do know a few of them. I have learned about plants. I used to want to become a Donegad.
One of the researchers came back wounded from the expedition. Apparently he was bitten by a creature of the swamp.
And now he has the Llewellyn fever. We have a good knowledge about this affliction. He will die if he does not receive proper treatment.
Do you know which antidote should be given to him?
Yes. These priests are idiots. They could have asked for our help, but they treat us like children. You are different. And you have allowed my son to join a new clan. So, I will give you the potion to cure the priest. Wait a moment. Make him drink this remedy and he'll get better.
Thank you, Vindwal.
Aw, see, I bet if we had harmed her son, we would have had to go back to the swamps and somehow get... You know, actually, I bet if we had harmed her son, we wouldn't be able to save this priest.
Where am I?
You are in Eden. You're safe.
Was I unconscious for a long time? The other members of the expedition, they are in danger. The swamp is so hostile. We weren't prepared for it. Some of our people have disappeared.
What caused these wounds?
A nightmarish creature. The swamp is full of them. A colleague and I had left to fetch some help when we were attacked. I managed to run away, but I don't know what happened to him. As for those who are at the camp, you must go help them.
Show me the location of your colleagues on the map. I will join them.
There. Please, hurry.
Thank you. You should rest now.
So we will be going to the swamps after all. Ah, boo. The swamps are super hostile. The last time we were there, I ran like a sissy. Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's actually a different map. Ah. Well, I wonder if it's someplace that we've been, like over by where the... Who is it? The guy over by the Nadag. I keep wanting to call him a hobbit. He's not the hermit. I don't know why I kept thinking of the word hobbit. Yeah, over by the hermit. I wonder if it's over there, because there was a part on the map that I couldn't get to, and I could not figure out how to get to that eastern section of the map. So just as I suspected, it is the swamp. So I honestly have no idea how to get to this eastern part of the map. It has to be here. There has to be something that I can climb up on. So let's go check that out first. Because over by the boss arena, I mean, man, I looked everywhere. I don't know what to do.
I do not remember there being a path in this place the last time we came.
You're perfectly right, my child. This passage must have been cleared by the expedition. We should follow it.
Well, that explains it. They blew up some rock, and now we're able to get over here. Alright, so it's kind of just like... These have to be campsites. Ooh. Sorry I stepped on your corpse, sir. Major health potion. Kaleme Citizen's Corpse. Got a lock pickle over here. Man, the environment of this game. This is a really neat map. With all the water effects. Also makes me think of Florida with the these types of trees, almost like I think where I live there are oak trees, but it definitely makes me think of it. Which is weird to say. Because you think Florida, nice and green. Not always. There's a lot of sand here. Iron? The fungus. I hope that I level up soon because I really want to start putting more points into my skills. Like being able to make potions.
All I did was bring you to the place suggested by the tablets. I had no way of knowing.
Really? But I did warn you. You just wanted to have it your way. Someone so foolish and thoughtless should not be supervising an expedition.
How dare you!
It looks like we're right on time. If we do not intervene, they are sure to gut each other.
How can you...
Hey, what's happening here? I could hear you from miles away.
Your Excellency, I'm so happy to see you. You arrived right on time to settle this matter.
How did you manage to find us in the middle of this swamp?
Brother Fidelis managed to reach Eden. He's the one who told us where your camp was.
But he didn't leave alone. What happened to Father Orbricus, who was accompanying him?
He must be dead like our other companions. This is all your fault. This is yet more proof that you are not fit to lead such a team. I should be the one in charge.
Maybe you should calm down and explain to me what's happening here.
This expedition was undertaken with no concern for common sense. We are not equipped to explore this type of place. Our people are disappearing, and all we have found are some falsified writings.
Brother Virgil is terrified, which probably explains why he is being so disingenuous. We have made incredible discoveries, and we could find more.
You are beyond redemption. I won't waste another second talking to you. If you want to talk to me, Your Excellency, it will have to be without her.
How charming.
Oh. Didn't expect them to be at arms with each other. Look at them. They're like, no, I'm not gonna talk to you. This guy's like, please make them speak to each other and work as a team.
Your Excellency, I hope you will forgive us for that scene. My relations with Virgil have always been difficult, but ever since we arrived here, it has been unbearable. I'm afraid we may need an arbiter.
Before anything else, I need to know what led to this situation between you.
What would you like to know?
Well, I'm sure that it's the other guy. He seems shady.
For what reason were you quarreling?
The expedition itself, I'm afraid. Virgil was always against it, especially under my supervision. For him, our discoveries in Eden were sufficient. They confirmed what he wanted. The rest did not matter. According to him, we should never have continued. And when we found new tablets, it became even worse.
Were they also written by Saint Matthias?
Without a doubt. The handwriting is the same. There are also some patterns, some islander symbols. It's fascinating. But what really angers Virgil is the content we managed to decipher. Our founder explains that he learned a lot from the islanders. Something our brother cannot accept. He now persists in saying that these tablets are fake, forged by the natives themselves.
Brother Fidelis told me that several members of the expedition have disappeared.
Yes, that's why he left along with Father Orbricus to fetch some help. 3 more of our colleagues are missing. And I'm not even talking about the ones who fell ill. I must admit that I underestimated the hardships we would encounter. I made a mistake. I should have prepared this expedition more thoroughly. But Virgil's being disingenuous does not help.
And no one has searched for those who are missing.
I wanted us to search for them, but someone later convinced me that it presented too much of a risk. Along with lack of preparation, our constantly decreasing number, and creatures swarming the area.
And by someone, I suppose you mean Brother Virgil.
Indeed.
I'm thankful for these pieces of information, but you understand that I will also have to talk to Brother Virgil.
Of course, that's understandable. You must hear us both before you can make a decision.
What are you doing sweeping the dirt, madam? Seeing her in the dialogue. But yeah, as far as this disagreement goes, I'm sure that I'm going to end up siding with her and not Brother Virgil. He's just up here praying.
Brother Virgil,
What do you want?
can you explain to me what caused such a quarrel?
The reason for it is very simple. It is Eugenia's folly. This woman should never have been the supervisor of our team. The discoveries made in Eden were sufficient, but no. She didn't want to stop the research. She organized this expedition in a hurry, without taking elementary precautions, and now she's accepting as facts the delirious writings we discovered on these tablets, without doubting them for even 1 second.
What do you mean?
We found some new tablets, allegedly written by Saint Matthias, but their content is so absurd that they were obviously forged. I am certain that the natives must have found these stones before us and modified their content.
How would they have done that? The natives cannot write.
They must have been helped by an unscrupulous settler. How would I know?
This guy does not like not being in charge. I think that's his issue.
Brother Fidelis told me that some of your colleagues went missing. Do you know anything about this?
They did not go missing. They were killed. It was the wild beasts, the diseases, and let's not forget the savages. We can feel their presence, roaming around the camp at night. I am certain that they are responsible for the death of our colleagues.
That's strange. There aren't many villages around here.
There aren't any. There are a few hermits, but they are not fighters. And they have better things to do than roam around their camp at night.
We have been in this region before, and the only native we met was a little insane but would have been incapable of killing several priests.
Those savages may very well have been following us since our departure. We will not be safe on this island until it is entirely converted.
I see. So, you haven't tried to find your colleagues?
So we can die as well. I am not as crazy as Sister Eugenia.
I cannot take sides in your quarrel for now. And, in any case, it is not what matters the most. Even if you think they are dead, we have to try finding your colleagues.
Well, if you are prepared to take such a risk, I can only commend you for your bravery and wish you luck. But I would not get my hopes up. You should start by searching the excavation site. To get there, take the path south of here. But be careful. The creatures that roam the area are ruthless.
Yeah, I know. I've been here. I can't remember the exact name of the creature, but the boss we fight, the Nadag, the one with the big titties. Oh, I didn't even see this when I came up. But yeah, the one with the big old titties over in this area. She was not friendly. She was very hostile. This. I kind of want to go north. We got a campsite. The disappearances. Okay, well, let's go for the campsite first. I tend to get a bit sidetracked when we have an open world. So one thing at a time, because we may end up going to the north of this map. Oop, not mean to be standing in the fire pit. So we have, was it 3? Must be where we climb up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up siding with her. I don't like this guy's attitude. Is this passable, or is it down here? Oh. Oh. Dang, he's just laying right in that. excavation site. How did they dig down so deep and inside the rocks? That looks like a cool creature. Science level 2. Do I have a science level 2? No.
This man's skull is sunken, but he doesn't look like he was in a fight. Could he have fallen?
That is unlikely. Look, my child. The wound is located at the back of the skull. I regret to say that in my opinion, he was struck from behind. With a mace, most likely.
Oh, I was gonna say, where's his head? Sweet. Well, he was struck with a mace, which means that he was attacked from behind, and then potentially fell into the pit. I wonder if this is going to be his way of sabotaging the expedition. Which, would not surprise me. Because he would love to see her expedition fail. Ah! I was wondering why there was multiple ways to get around this area. And they don't look high leveled. Or like over my level. How cool they are. They look like crocodiles. Oh god, that scared the crap out of me. Let's come over here, get my hammer out. Man.
Your armor is falling apart.
Yeah, they be strong, yo.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Can you tell it's been, a couple weeks since I played? Or maybe not a couple weeks, but at least a week. Alright, any more beastie beasts? Yep. Now, I like the guys who, the creatures who kind of move quicker and aren't so heavily tanky. Dude. The target lock, man. Oh, I'm stuck in a hole now. Oh, shoot. Watch out. Stuck in a hole, dude. Okay, well this is not good. This is the first glitch I've found. It's like a dog pile. I literally cannot get out because they're in here. Wow. That was actually kind of funny. And then I load into this. What in the world is going on? Two sort of glitches right in a row. Petra's looked down at her. What are you doing down there, Ciara? I guess maybe he's looking at the body. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, that was the first like fight glitch that I've experienced. I don't understand why I can't focus on these enemies. This is probably my biggest issue with the game, is right here. Like, obviously I see these enemies, but I'm not allowed to fight them or to get them into combat until I hit a certain, you know, like, radius. I might not get stuck on things down here. You know what's interesting is that you can't take different vantage points in battles. Like, how many are there? There are 5. It obviously looks like you can climb that wooden scaffolding across from me, but it won't let you do anything like that in combat. So it's a bit frustrating when the game does that. I've got so much ammunition, I'm just gonna go for it. Just use all of it. There's more than 5 enemies here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess there was just the one underground. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, bro, you got destroyed.
This poor soul was almost entirely devoured. He must have been killed by swamp animals. Even so, this wound looks different from the others. It looks like a knife wound.
You're right. He was stabbed before being fed to the animals. But anyone could have used such a blade.
I just think it's really suspicious. I think he's trying to get them out of this area by killing the expeditioners. What is the motive? Why does he want to leave this? Oh, it's because he doesn't believe that the tablets were written by Saint Matthias. He's a non-believer. Blaming the islanders for fudging up the tablets. Oh. I know those are the tree roots, but that looks like a... That looked like legs for a second. Doesn't it look like something laying over with a tail?
These fang marks are impressive. The poor man didn't have a chance. He must have been attacked by a large reptile. Most likely a Llewellyn. But what was he doing alone so far from camp? It seems obvious now that these disappearances were orchestrated.
The deaths of these people were a deception. Only the Renaigse are deceitful enough to do such a thing. They kill each other and accuse my people. This Virgil, he wants to push aside this woman at all cost. He must be the culprit.
Indeed. I think that we should go find this brother and ask for an explanation.
See, it was a given. It was definitely something that I thought was going to be true, but we just needed the evidence to back us up. Before heading back to the camp, I'm also going to go to the northern part of this island just since we're getting closer to it. And I know that there are those ox enemies up here, like the oxen enemies. Boy, I can't wait. 2 of these dudes. Also, who's the Tenlin? Isn't that what he said? As far as the creature? That had like the bite marks. Tenlin. Oh, gotcha. It was just the creatures that were next to him. I don't like these guys. They are strong AF. You get the guy in the back stunned. I saw you making your way to me. This area just got a lot creepier. Is there only one? Nah, 2. They seem to fight in pairs. Whoops, that was bad timing. I feel like I just riposted there. All I did was block. And he jumped towards the creature. Yeah, see, I was up there before. That's where the... it led to the cave. That's the cave where we found the frog mural. And these were the enemies that I was looking down at from up there. Got another lock pickle. I'm guessing this is just a campsite up here. I think it's one of the side quests to finish all of the campsites or unlock all the campsites, and I think that I saw that there were 3, if I recall. Let's heal. Just in case, though. Yeah, there it is. Three out of 3. And there is like a dead end up here. Let's go take a look and see what's over there. Excuse me. Invisible wall. Looks like an ambush site or a place that is going to have meaning at some point later on in the story. Definitely. Maybe at some point this opens up later on. It looks like a cave entrance. Alright, well, I'm gonna make my way back down to the... what is it? The camp. and I'm going to confront Brother Virgil about the deception.
Brother Virgil.
Your Excellency! Weren't you supposed to be looking for our colleagues?
Indeed. I regret to say that they are indeed all dead.
I knew it. What a waste. Eugenia and her recklessness are to blame for this.
I'm afraid someone else is responsible for this. These deaths are not accidental, and yet they were disguised as such.
The savages! Their thirst for blood is unquenchable. I knew we should never have come without an escort.
Watch your tongue, priest. Our people have no need to hide when they protect their land. Only the Renaigze are deceitful enough to disguise a death.
Who else could it be?
Someone who desperately wanted this expedition to fail. Does that remind you of anyone?
Fine. You unmasked me. But know that my cause is righteous. The Ordo Luminis sent me to keep an eye on this expedition, to ensure that the discoveries we made would not jeopardize our nation or our presence on this island. But the inscriptions on the tablets are a heresy. A dangerous manipulation. Can you imagine what would happen if it was said that our founder listened to the teachings of the natives? But even then, foolish Eugenia accepted these discoveries as truth, without any hesitation, without realizing that our entire nation could suffer because of it. So yes, I wanted to scare her.
I understand that you might want to protect your nation, but to go as far as assassinating several of your colleagues?
Come now. What would you do if someone were threatening the congregation? You cannot make me believe that you would not be willing to kill. You may have already done so. But since you want to avoid using violence, help me convince Eugenia to go back to Eden. My colleagues and I know how to sort through these discoveries. And you will be rewarded, of course.
This Renaigze tried to blame my people for these crimes. The priests would have wanted to punish them, and innocent people would have died. He must answer for his treachery.
It is undeniable that these discoveries could cause a great upset in Thélème. But he has no right to decide what should be revealed or not. On this island, Cornelia should be the one to decide. Be careful with your accusations, though. Eugenia and her colleagues are on edge. We wouldn't want them to start killing each other.
Well... Order him to leave. Reveal what happened. Okay, so ordering him to leave... If he listens, he'll just leave. Revealing what happened to everybody would cause Eugenia and him to fight and then accept the gold and take his side. I'm not going to do that. I love how everyone's also looking at Desarde. But yeah, no. We are going to order him to leave. And hopefully he just goes peacefully.
Sorry, Brother Virgil, but I cannot accept. You will take your belongings and leave this place. The research will continue, and their discoveries will be studied by wiser people than you. The decision to reveal them or not will be theirs.
I see. My colleagues and I will go back to Eden. I hope that you don't regret your decision.
Nah, I'm good, bro. You can just go. You're lucky I didn't fight you and that I'm a diplomat.
Alas, I have found the dead bodies of your colleagues.
How horrible. But how? Oh, perhaps I should have listened to Brother Virgil.
I doubt it. Brother Virgil is responsible for these deaths. He was hoping to blame the natives for them and discredit you.
What? But why would he? He will have to answer for his crimes.
As I do not have the authority to arrest him, I sent him back to Eden. If you want him to face judgment, you will have to report what happened to the Mother Cardinal.
You are right. As soon as we get back to civilization, I will make sure that she hears about it. Once more, your help has been a blessing. Take this. Alas, we will have to go back to Eden as well. There are too few of us to continue the research.
Were you hoping to discover more?
Of course. This place was but a single step in St. Matthias's journey. The last tablets speak of a journey northbound, further up in the swamp. But even if Virgil is no longer a threat, we are not sufficiently well equipped to go there.
We could go there for you if you wish. You just have to tell us where to look.
That would be marvelous. Of course, you would have to start from the excavation site where he wrote this. I think I noticed a path going north when I was there, actually. Look for any traces of life. Perhaps you will be lucky enough to find more of his writings. That would be fantastic.
Don't worry. I will conduct this research and come find you here if I uncover anything.
Oh, we are on the precipice, or the cusp, of leveling. And then I think at level 17 we end up unlocking more skills. So, I was right. Going up north. It was in my face. This guy. So, going up north, and I'm sure it's going to open that cave that we saw earlier. So that's where we're going to be going in the next episode. See you guys then.